Alright, I'm going to talk to you guys about racial profiling. Um, Obviously, there's really nothing we can do about it, but I mean, I can at least share my opinion on it. And to me, what racial profiling is, discriminating a certain person based on their ethnic group or based on their skin color. Like, for example, someone can be um, refuse service just because of their skin color. I actually have a few examples of racial profiling, and to me, I absolutely find it upsetting. Several clips I've gotten so upset, I actually started crying because of the way this screwed up this economy is today. The joy zone based on their skin color. Say there was one account where this guy, I think he was in New York, he was walking to his home and law enforcement they detained him because of his ethnic group. He wasn't from the United States originally, okay? And he they actually told him to stop. They had guns pointing at him. A full squad of law enforcement had their guns pointed at him, and when he reached in his back pocket, they opened fire because they claimed that he was searching for a gun or reaching for a gun, and I absolutely think that's appalling and ridiculous. I mean, seriously, just because he wasn't from the United States or just because he wasn't white, that automatically makes him a thug or a criminal or a suspect of rape because they were looking for a rape suspect. And there have been other accounts to where um, people have been refused service at restaurants or clothing places just because of their skin color, and they automatically assume just because that person is black or that person is Mexican, he is going to steal just because of racial profiling. Take this clip for example.
People like you come in and they just slip things in your bag. You have a big jacket and everything. I think you know what I'm talking about. If you need to shop in Harlem, go shop in Harlem. You're not shopping in our store.
I mean, are you kidding me? The woman was just going to shop in the clothing store, the boutique, and they automatically assumed that she was going to shoplift or pocket something in her purse just because, she was black. And I absolutely find that ridiculous. Or, people that some people will find some people will find them, kind of following them around just because they think they're going to steal something. Like something as simple as not department stores, convenience stores. And honestly, I absolutely think it has to be, put to a stop. So here's another example of obvious racial profiling.
You see this and you wonder, did he lose his keys or is he blatantly stealing that bike? In broad daylight, he hammers and then saws on the chain. When that doesn't work, he pulls out an industrial-sized bolt cutter, and when he's asked, he fesses up.
You lost the lock?
No, not exactly.
What happened?
Nothing. I can't get through the lock. I mean, I know this is weird, but you wouldn't happen to know whose bike this is, would you?
No.
All right, good. Thank you.
While the scene troubles Tim Lucas enough to turn around for a second look, he's on a family outing. His wife looks alarmed too, but they both move on. Lots of people stop and stare. A few even question the actor.
I guess I have to ask, is that your bike?
I guess technically no.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Good luck.
Bye.
When no one tries to stop our thief, he ratchets it up a notch with an electric saw, even putting on a pair of goggles. That finally catches the attention of Arlene Menard and her husband George.
You're not stealing, right?
No, why? It's not your bike, is it?
I just want to know if it's your bike.
No, it's not my bike, but it's not yours, so what do you care?
But it may be next time.
Well.
So it's not yours, I'll just let somebody know.
As Arlene sets off to find help, we decide to clue the couple in on our experiment.
Now, did you notice something strange there? Even though people knew or even suspected that that he was stealing the bike, they done nothing. Only one couple, just one, actually stood up, and that was actually when he got out the goggles and the saw to try to cut off the chain. And people think don't really think much of a white dude trying to steal a bike versus a black dude.
We replace our white thief with this young man, Matlock. Remember, both actors dress in a similar way and are about the same age.
Is that your bike?
Nah.
Then what are you cutting the chain for?
Right away. Right away, somebody yelled. Wow.
Within seconds, another person confronts our thief.
Is that your bike?
Technically, it's not, but it's gonna be mine.
More people converge.
Is that on the cell phone? You call the police. He's like stealing somebody's bike.
Are you taking that bike? That's your bike?
No, it's not, sir.
Oh, why are you doing that?
Is this any of y'all bikes? Is this your bike?
It's not. It belongs.
No,
to
but whoever's it is.
It belongs to someone.
To who?
Well, not to you.
And sure enough, one man whips out a cell phone to call 911.
Yeah, there's someone taking a bike here.
Our actor triggers more reaction. Some people are even snapping pictures for evidence.
I got you, bud. I got you.
This guy's stealing the bike. Whose bike's over here?
And did you notice how fast people reacted to the black guy stealing the bike versus the white guy? I mean, one guy even whipped out a cell phone and actually called the cops on the scene. I mean, racism, there's nothing we can do about it, but I mean, people like me can share their opinions, and I think racism is absolutely horrendous, and I think it needs to stop because, we gotta get along. Whether we like it or not, we have to get along, and racism is not a way to go. And the bike thieves or the ladies at the shopping boutique. I mean, those are obvious examples of racial profiling of how unconsciously racist we can be, whether we like it or not. And and I'm just one guy sharing his opinion, but I hope this video gets out. I hope you guys share this video to see what racial profiling is doing to the United States. And it's not even about racial profiling doesn't even affect the black community. It affects other cultures. And here's another example of that.
If you don't like it, go live somewhere else. But
Whatever.
these people belong here.
Excuse me? What are you wearing? Like, isn't it a bit too hot to be wearing that stuff outside? Like, seriously, like, don't you find it confronting? This is Australia. We don't have a place for people like this. Don't you want to be part of Team Australia? Don't you think it's a bit hot to wear that? Hey guys, like, do you see this? You look like a terrorist wearing that. You know that, right? What's in the bag? Do you have like some explosive, some bomb in the bag? Is it a bomb? I don't trust you, Claude.
No, don't touch my bag.
Everywhere you guys go, you blow stuff up. Do you see this? Like, see what she's wearing.
What's wrong with it?
Like, how can she wear this outside? Like, don't you find this confronting?
It's fine, dude.
I can't believe this. Why can't they just be Australian?
Now, I know that was just a social experiment, but I mean, the reality of that video clip shows that racial profiling is very real, and it shows you how offensive it can be. It shows you how damaging it can be. I mean, what's more to say? I mean, whether we like it or not, most of us is unconsciously racist, where unconsciously, we unconsciously racial profile whether we like it or not. I'm sorry, but we're so judgmental, and I think it's horrible. I mean, why judge someone based on their appearance, based on their skin color, based on their ethnic culture? I mean, what's the point of it? I mean, what is it? Who is it going to benefit at the end of the day? And because we're so judgmental, because we automatically think that the black community is going to steal, or the black community is poor, or they can't afford anything, or the Muslim community, they're terrorists because of 9/11. We can't help it. And I think that's going to be our downfall one day. I honestly do. So I mean, like I said, I'm just one guy making his opinion. I'm just one guy making a statement about how much I hate racial profiling, how much I hate judging. I can't stand how judgmental we are today based on someone's skin color, or based on someone's the clothing they wear, or how they talk, or how they act, or their personality. We automatically assume that someone's a thug just because they dress a certain way. I mean, yeah, I can understand the whole pants by your waist type thing. I mean, that's kind of uncalled for. No one wants to see your your underwear. But I mean, still, you get my point. So, like I said, share this video, or at least let me know what you think of racial profiling. Racial profiling in today's age. Let me know what you think of your opinion on it, based on these clips, everything I've said. Like I said, racial profiling, it's not going anywhere anytime soon from what it looks like. People are going to continue to be racist unconsciously, whether they know it or not. They're going to continue to judge people, and I think it's, I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, why judge someone based on their appearance or their religious beliefs? So, thank you guys for watching, and yeah. One more thing before I end this video. I mean, I know I talked about how bad racial profiling can be, and yes, I do agree it can be very ridiculous. But I mean, I guess over time people change. Even if it's a century from now, I have high hopes that racial profiling will end in the future, because racial profiling, it can not only damage you someone's self-esteem, it can affect them mentally. It can it can sometimes even lead to suicide, because someone's so verbally abusing someone so badly just because of their ethnic race, or their skin color, or the clothes they wear. It can leave someone to commit suicide, and suicide is a very serious thing. I mean, I could be over exaggerating, but I mean, that's the dangers of racial profiling, because someone discriminates someone just because of their ethnic group, just because of their religious beliefs. Like if someone were Muslim, and someone would automatically assume that they were a terrorist just because they're just because of their Muslim. That could be mentally, sometimes even physically damaging to the victim, and I think it needs to be put to a stop. So once again, thank you for watching. let me know what you guys think of racial profiling, what your opinions are on racial profiling, if you agree or if you disagree on my opinions, and yeah.